What's happening, man? It's your boy popped up back with another video, man. I want to say double salute to everybody that went on UbuntuApparel.com. Y'all don't know how much that means to me. That's how y'all can help me with this journey. If you're on YouTube, just go below, go to the store. That's how you can grab a sweater, hat, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say thank y'all, man, like I always do. Now, this video today is about CBDC. When I first talked about this, right, and CBDC is central banking digital currency. When I spoke about this years ago, people laughed at me. I even made it on WorldStar, and they titled the video, "This guy says we're going to a cashless society. There's not going to be any money." People laughed at me. Are you laughing now? Are you laughing now? Okay? Your dreams of walking and finding $100 on the ground is over with, because people don't carry cash no more. And they do this in 10-year increments, meaning when they kick something off, it takes them 10 years for them to implement it in our daily lives. How many people carry cash? Not only that, this is the kicker. I'm going to show you just how ignorant we are to what's going on. And ignorant just means you don't know. And in some cases, you ignored it, meaning you knew, but you ignored it. And the reason you ignored it was because you got kids, you got bills, this is why they keep us busy. But I don't want to get off topic, but I'm going to show you just how ignorant we are to what's going on. We know ATMs to be where you stick your card in the ATM and it spits out cash. But now they got reverse ATMs where you stick your cash in that bitch and it spits out a card.
I have never seen a reverse ATM. So the idea is it works just like a regular ATM, but instead of putting in your card and getting cash, you put in your cash and get a card.
But also, because it's a regular debit Visa card, you can use it outside of the building.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Do you know what CBDC gonna do? Central banking digital currency. Let me explain something to y'all, right? Once this hit, there's no more hiding money under the mattress. Not only will they be able to monitor, because everything is about monitoring, bro. Everything is about data. Get it in your head. And you might say, well, how? Let me explain to you how. Data is more valuable than oil. Because data gives them the opportunity to get ahead of your decision making. Okay? They know what you're going to buy, when you're going to buy it, how you're going to buy it. What CBDC does is this. It gives them the opportunity to track what you buy, meaning they can target you with precisely promotions because companies buy data. They know you don't eat ketchup because you didn't buy it. But the motherfuckers who bought ketchup, send them the ketchup, the promotion. And you might think, oh, this don't make no sense. This is another form of control, homie, without you even thinking about it. Why do you think shit come across your social media? Don't you know Facebook got 55,000 data points on each person? How much data do you need? But this is how they take that data and control populations. Not only do they know what you want, they are the ones supplying what you want. This is the mental bondage that I've been telling people about. You're trapped in a prison. You think because you ain't in jail, you ain't in jail. Come on, bro. They the one gave you the definition of jail. Examples of jail. You didn't give it to yourself. This is what critical thinking does when they take it away from you. You don't think, you just obey. Not only that, ain't no more hiding money under the mattress. CBDC, oh no. We know how much money you make. We know where the shit was spent at. And the most important thing what CBDC gonna do is this. It's gonna allow them to cut your motherfucking water off. And I ain't talking about your water in your sink. I'm talking about cut your finances off. They can cut that bitch off like that. Why do you think they want everything on the fucking grid? Remember back in the days, if you old enough, they had to come to the house to cut your cable off. Not anymore. They had to come to the house to cut your lights off. Not anymore. You're on a grid, homie. A central grid. Now you understand why they want all these cars to be electric. Don't you know they can control that motherfucker? They can cut it off. They can drive you to the police station if you got a warrant. They can stop you from leaving town if you're trying to escape. It's all about control. And it's a fucking 10-year-old can understand what I'm saying. This is nothing so complex. This is why I don't like to do some videos. I have to go there, but a lot of my videos I like to speak specifically on a layman's term, and not because I feel like a person don't understands. I just understand, and I know what double speaking is. And if y'all don't know what that is, go look it up. Double speaking, all politicians and presidents and shit has to learn that. Okay, I understand what language does and language barriers. So I try not to go there. Simple, you can understand this. If you have an electric car, you're putting yourself in a position, right, to where you can be monitored. These cars record everything you say. Now with CBDC, they can take everything you buy. They know when you bought it, where you bought it. They know how much money you got. They control every fucking thing, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with God. I keep trying to tell people that. That's why I don't like when people, when they tie religion into stuff, and it has nothing to do with religion. This is man, bro. And the more this so-called technology evolves, right, the further and further we get away from Mother Nature. Mother Nature right now is the only most important teacher right now. You see all them bears that just left Stone Mountain, I think it was. Bears don't roam in herds. Not only that, I think a week prior to that, the mountain lions all roamed up out of there. You have to pay attention to what Mother Nature is saying. Don't be naive, bro. And this is why I say a lot of people are so locked and boxed on what the world taught them, they can't help you. I call them lost souls. I can have one conversation with them and I can know right there, bro, you can't help yourself. You don't know no better. You locked in box. I'm sorry, bro. But for those who have a why, meaning you ask why they do this, why they do that, you are curious. This is why I love kids that are curious. Oh, they ask a lot. The kids that ask a lot of questions, they're gonna be all right. Because I told y'all, bro, this shit chose me. I didn't choose it. But if you just one of them people that just you think line up for Jordans is the way we supposed to be doing shit, you think that the way we live is the way God intended us to live. Like I say, no, this is what man intended you to do for their control, bro. It's all about control, baby. And if this went over your head, I'm sorry for you, homie. It's just simple math. So today, CBDC, central banking digital currency. Once this goes into full effect, like I say, they'll be able to control what you buy. They'll be able to know what you buy. And they'll be able to cut your money off. And in some cases, they can do it now. For the so-called smart people that's going to get on here and be like, oh, they can freeze your money now. Yeah, they can, but they don't know about that 100,000 the motherfucker got stashed somewhere. They don't know nothing about that. But when CBDC hits totally, you can't hide no more money, man. You can't. The only way money would work is if we come up with our own digital system. And you know they're going to come with all the red tape. Why the fuck we live in a world where they can do what they want, but we can't? They can come up with child support systems. They could come up with exploiting black people when it comes to entertainment. And they put millions of dollars behind making us look goofy as fuck. And a lot of times we try to point the fingers at each other. Nigga, I don't own no TV network. I told y'all what the news stands for. News, NEWS, stands for North, East, West, South. I knew this when I was 14. And they're not going to let us borrow their news networks to change the perception of how black people see black people, how Chinese people see black people, how any people see any people, for that matter. So now you know why they got TV, why they got radio stations, why they got all different medias and publications, so that they can control the narrative, bro. So yeah, they'll give Tyler Perry $100 million as long as he keep putting out movies that deflect on us as this type of black woman, that type of black man, this type of this type of that. Of course, they'll give 50 Cent $100 million to put out drug-related, movies and things of that nature. But they'll never put $100 million behind showing how black people can rebuild Black Wall Street, or how black people and white people can come together, which they damn so scared of. Don't let them get it. Don't let them fool you. They are afraid of us coming together. Why the fuck you think they keep us fighting amongst each other? And we buy into that shit every time. I did not tell you not to hate, not to like me. If you take a white kid and a black kid and a brown kid and a Chinese kid and you put them on the playground, they're gonna play. They don't give a fuck about color, because at that time they're not instilled with the racists and all this shit. They don't have those scarcities installed or programmed just yet. They just gonna play. They don't know their brain can't process that he this color, that color. They don't know that. See, that shit is taught, and then it's mimicked, right? So you got to blame these stupid ass motherfuckers at the top for everything, really. These people, do you understand? Oh, I say it's a lot of stuff I wish I could say, and that's why I don't like these social networks, because they be on some other shit. They'll show you with a bitch getting their head blowed off, or some young niggas shooting up blocks and shit. They'll let that shit show, but soon you go to speaking that real shit. Soon you go to talking about how sugar is 10 times more addictive than cocaine. Soon you go to talking about the pharmaceutical companies. Soon you go to talking about these big ass pharmacy companies, the Pfizer. Y'all got to put it together. The Pfizer. Start with a P. End with ZER. That company. How that motherfucker worth 160 fucking, how that bitch done made over 160 something billion dollars. Done been around forever and ain't cured a motherfucking thing. Why do we keep dumping millions of dollars into the Diabetes Association and they can't come up with a cure? You got motherfuckers that sit, just like I am, on here. It can show you cures of what they've done for people. They ain't got no millions of dollars behind them. If them people really wanted to cure cancer, they could have done it, bro. Like, come on, bro. You got to, first of all, I'm going to say this. You have to be fucking naive to think that there's a disease on earth that can't be reversed. That means you don't believe in the Most High. There's nothing that can go and not come. This is polarity. This world is built off duality. Up means up, down means down, left means left, right means right. Duality, 2. The child makes the Trinity, 3. So what goes can come, and what comes can goes. Everything can be reversed, bro. But when they control your mind, they control everything below. You'll believe in it. You'll believe all it. How the fuck Magic Johnson still walk around and had AIDS? Ain't nobody saying nothing about that shit. Y'all know where he went. He went to Honduras. He went to go see Dr. Sabi. Don't nobody talk about that. Magic Johnson, the only motherfucker that got a little paper, caught that shit, and somehow he don't have it no more. You got people dying by the droves, and the bitch pull up the McDonald's, which I don't eat that bullshit, and I advise y'all not to either. And they got a big ass bucket up there, talking about donate. Bitch, you got a big arch right there that say we serve 44 billion burgers. Donate what? Donate? Bitch, God put herbs on. Matter of fact, I just took one of my I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all think I just be, I still got some. That's all you need, baby. Get you this tea. Moringa. What I put in here? Moringa, elderberry, burdock root, sour salt leaves, and there's one more. Did I say elderberry? Anyway, it's all you need. Don't y'all know that? Let me tell you something. Everything starts with this. You have to think. If you think you sick, that's why I be trying to tell people, stop fucking saying I'm sick. Do you know what you just did? You just put a spell on yourself. Your body don't know what the fuck sick means, but they've taught you that word or that tone, sick, means oh, I'm aching and I'm coming down with something. Nigga, you just made yourself sick. Don't you ever say I'm sick. Your body is an instrument of the mind, bro. But they teach you differently. Stop saying shit like that. This is how you put spells on yourself. You have to understand, when you are stressed, that means you put your body in a fight or flight mode. All your blood rushes to the bottom of your body, which makes your immune system compromisable. Why you think everything that comes out has to deal with the immune system? People ain't as smart as you think they are. They just taught you the bullshit. That's why I did the video yesterday. You need to go check it out. That's why I say, if what they taught you is all that you know, then really what do you know? If what you know is all that they taught you, so really what do you know? We're talking about people who who've been running this bitch for a long time. Excuse me, and they got all type of ancient knowledge that they've stolen. They know how to implement this shit on you. I talked about the law of mentalism, how they can alter your reality. This shit is just this shit is imagination, bro. If they taught you that a car was a tree, you'd have been calling a car a tree. You want to know? This is what I mean by they can alter your reality. So what you know is what they taught you. And if what they taught you, if that's all that you know, meaning you know nothing out of what they taught you. You in the box, as they say. You in that box. So everything that you know is all that you know. So really, what the fuck do you know? You only know what they taught you. And that's why they try to keep you in the box. So your circumference of understanding is basically limited to what they taught you. And anytime you know you get outside the box, or you that nigga that weird, or that nigga that crazy, and I tell y'all all the time, the motherfucker in the movie that they thought was crazy, at the end of the movie was the motherfucker that had all the sense. So call me crazy. I'd rather be crazy than to sit here and just go for the fuck shit. You feel me? That's why I say this shit in me. You understand me? And it's in you too. Because you ain't ran across this video for nothing. If you understand the law of vibration, you align with who you are. If you still listening to this video, it's because you intrigued. It's something in you that's aligning you with what I'm saying. And this is how energy works. It's just like a radio station, baby. We're on the same frequency. Because if I was talking about some bullshit that you weren't on that frequency, and you ain't relate to that frequency, you'd have been jumped out the frequency. So I'm trying to just teach y'all basic, simple principles when it comes to this life, how to alter your reality, how to break free from these mental chains that these people done ran us through for 12 years plus, and put us in an environment that aligns with the shit. So the shit they teach us in school, we see the shit on TV. We see the shit in the public. We see the shit on the news. So it aligns with the shit they teach us. They creating the stage. They just setting the stage up. And you the audience. Man, break free from that shit, man. Do you. Okay? You only got one life to live, man. Listen, it's your boy Papa Duck. I ain't meant for this video to be that long, but y'all know when the spirit moves me, how I get. So listen, man, I love y'all. Put your comments on the bottom of this video, man. This is the community. We can all learn from each other. You feel me? Respectfully. And like I say, man, just know I come with positive intentions. And that's how I move. If I rubbed anybody the wrong way, it wasn't intentionally. Because I come with positivity. You feel me? So with that being said, like I tell y'all all the time, man, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Right? Right. Share this video.